Everybody in the spot. A&T back with Daniel. We make it hot. Got the bars. I'm a star. You know who we are. Real comic book talk. Get it, get it. Hey, get it, get it. Hey, get it, get it. Hey, I lost my phone. All right, here we go, everybody. Welcome to another exciting, beautiful, wonderful episode of Real Comic Book Talk. Dang, how you doing?
This is great right here, boy. I got so me some interesting TV shows. I can't wait to talk about them. Feeling good about it.
Yeah,
feeling good.
I'm feeling. I'm feeling. I feel. Oh man,
We're gonna work on that energy. You're not at your normal self. We're gonna have to
the
work on
energy's
that.
fine. And then as I'm remembering stuff like Batwoman, it drops.
That was it's a good thing you brought that up. We could go ahead and get that out the way right now. Then
It drops.
Let's get the bad stuff out the way right now because that was all over the place, wonky, and freaking shoot. Your girl Kay Kane is just as naive as they get. Like every single person was trying to explain to her, gave her good examples. Her own sister Mary was giving her great examples of how your father, who is treating you like a vigilante Batwoman and not treating you like Kay Kane, that was her problem. She was like, "Oh, I know my father." No, your father is a strict military hard ass who's been in that life his whole life. Like he's been the boss his whole life and has been in that kind of organized system, like militaristic organized life. And right is right, wrong is wrong. At no point has he ever been lenient on Batwoman. I don't know why. And everybody's telling you it's not going to go like you think. I don't know why she didn't listen. I was like, this has got to be the dumbest person ever. You want to proclaim to be a part of the Bat family and take up the mantle of Batman, and you can't see the obvious picture that he is definitely going to turn on you? That just had me so hot. And spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, the death of Mouse didn't have to be. I didn't see that coming. I did not see Alice killing Mouse. Did not see that coming. And then now they're going to disrespect the Batman family or Bruce Wayne by having him play Bruce Wayne. Sure, technically, Tommy could probably get away with it because he knows Batman in and out, and he knows his actions and mannerisms have been around
him. In and out.
Huh?
He knows Bruce Wayne in and out.
Yeah, so he's fine with Bruce Wayne's face and knowing Bruce Wayne and stuff. But no, that was a cool cliffhanger. It was cool. I was like, okay, y'all went that direction. Fine, I see it. But no, the rest of the episode, I had so many questions with the villain too. I was like, ain't nobody gonna question how he got out and how he's finding all these people? Like, we know why he's killing them. Y'all did the research why he's killing them, who the next target is. That's what you're supposed to do. Good job. Give me a why now. Why? How did he get out of Arkham?
Anybody got out of Arkham, remember?
The escape. That's right. I forgot about that.
Everybody's out of Arkham.
Everybody's out of Arkham. He was still wearing the jumpsuit. I was like, why is he still wearing the jumpsuit? I was like, his brain is really fried. That's right. Everybody did get out of Arkham. That's right. They blew it up.
All right. So I got a couple questions. Number one, why did Superman make a suit that has the same weakness why did Batman make a suit that has the same weakness as Superman? Like, oh, we need kryptonite to destroy. I'm like, what the heck? You need kryptonite to stop the Kryptonians that are on your Earth, just in case they go rogue. That's what Batman used kryptonite for. Don't get rid of the kryptonite.
That was confusing as all hell.
Number two, how do you have a suit that can only be penetrated by kryptonite, but then this dude, he's big and strong. I get that, but he can go through the suit and break your ribs? Come on, let's be real. You took a bullet to the shoulder from your father, and you kind of just shrugged it off and, escape. This dude hit you, and now your ribs and stuff are broken. I can understand if you just had like a suit, and it was like all right, Batman versus Superman suit. It was bulletproof, but because it was weaving through like carbon labor fires. but you can still get hurt and punched and stuff like that. Like a bullet will still hurt you, stuff like that. And knife can still go through it. That's perfectly fine. But you say her suit looks like like a real armored suit, and I don't know. It just seems wrong. Seems wrong on a lot of levels. A lot of levels with this show. The only good thing is that you actually use the doctor to heal you up. Put your shoulder back in place. But outside of that, there's nothing special. Nothing special.
What wasn't? Yeah, I ain't got nothing else. It was bad. It was bad. That I'm not ready to see the next season. It's funny from where they started to the point they are now. I'm all like, yo, they went through some weird stuff. They were all over the place. Like the writing was weird this year. Like, what the heck was going on with this? But no. I do like the fact that they narrowed it down. Oh, and that love triangle Kate Kane is going through is the most pointless love triangle I've ever seen in my life. I was like, they're just forcing stories on us now. Like, this is unnecessary.
They had two. All right, Batwoman feels like it had too many things it was trying to cover all at once.
Yes.
I'm like, no, don't do that. Look, we get it. This is your version of Batman because you can't actually put Batman on a TV show. Somebody like Batman is way too cool just to be on regular TV. Okay, fine. We get it. You went through another route. You went through Batwoman. Fine. All right. That's perfectly fine. But now you're trying to do everything at once. You know what I'm saying? You disrespected Hush, like to the point where everybody should be smacked. You don't ever disrespect villains with great stories. Batman Hush is a great story. If you're gonna bring his villain in like that, make sure that he should be the focal point of a season. That's how big his storyline was. You just have him as a big time villain. I mean, as a big time mean.
He was a side character. He was over there begging her for a face and everything. I said, man, what the heck is this crap?
Alice, the only good thing about this show, I honestly think, was Alice and Luke Fox. Yeah. They're the only one that were consistent with what they're trying to do. Alice, I mean, she kind of changed, but she kind of changed to, what was happening around her. Like, yeah, I want revenge of my father, but I want my sister back. And when her sister didn't come back, and then literally betrayed her, locked her up and all that stuff. And she said, okay, fine then. I'm going to kill you. That's perfect. Fine. That's fine. Everything else, no. Nah. I wasn't happy.
Disappointed. What do you give this whole... Let's rank this particular episode, and at the end, we can rank this season. So this particular episode, what do you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm giving it a 6, possibly a 5. No, a 5. No, my bad. It gets a 6 because I did like the fight scenes where he was swinging those machetes. He gets a 6 for the fight scenes. Alice did her thing. She did what she normally does. She's rational and irrational at the same time, but it makes sense for her. And what's his name did his job. Luke Fox did his job. So them characters right there and them being consistent and being who they are, give it and a little bit of better fight scenes and everything, it gets a 6 for me. It gets a 6.
I get this episode about a 6. There's some things I liked. I like the fact that Kate's father didn't just all of a sudden change up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, all right, we got the villain. You're the villain too at the end. Like, I told you this is war. I wasn't joking about that. He's captured. Now it's up to you. I like that. I
feel like there would be a person like him in real life.
Yeah, I like Luke Fox. He does his thing. Sister's kind of wish-washy. I don't know. It's just one thing I couldn't get my mind on. Like, they were focused. Like, when they did a close-up on her, like, I could see her. It would be her right eye, but I'm looking at it on the left. It just seems like she's always just went squinting at one eye. Like, the other eye don't squint with the other. It just looks weird. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't care about that. But
that's whatever.
I couldn't stop.
Yo. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I really tried, and I was like, nah, it just looks bad.
Yeah, we're trying to grow. We're focusing on the story, not the actual default or the problems with the character.
Nobody was able to try. Nobody seemed to try to track this machete killing, steroid using guy. I'm like, at some point, I mean, there's cameras everywhere. You have a whole building full of cameras. You can look at it, different street cameras, stuff like that. Like you should have been able to find this guy. It wasn't like he was hiding.
Tall black man in all red jumpsuit,
all orange jumpsuit, swinging 2 machetes, poly blood. I'm like, bro, you were at the crime scene, and then you set it up to where he would be at, and like, hey, I'm here, bro. What are y'all doing? Yes. Like, how did you're a whole professional military style unit, and you telling me this dude was able to sneak into the football stadium? You got your whole people there. Unacceptable. And it's not like he was some genius because we all saw his brain scan. All right.
That's why I had so many questions. That's where my questions were and everything. But you know what?
And then his brother, Batwoman told you run. He ran 3 steps to turn around and watch.
Yeah, like, that I hated too. I was like, what? And then I thought about it. I was like, he wouldn't run. It's his brother. He's a little surprised it's his brother. I was like, okay, I can see why he stayed. I would too. I'd probably go back and look and peek and be like, yo, that is my bro. Yo, he really is acting. This fool's really about to kill Batwoman. But he should have been, he's an athlete. He should have been gone anyway. He should have been.
Hold on. No. Because he is destroying all my black stereotypes. We are known for running away. All right. Oh my gosh, this dude's about to kill everybody. Run. Okay? That's what we do. Huh?
Yeah, he should have caught him at a different environment. Them in a big old stadium working out, running up and down the steps.
And they went to the stadium twice. So he got him here the first time. And he got set up for him to come second time. You should have had every entrance covered. I was like, yo, who was planning this? No.
But it's TV drama at the same time. You got to factor in TV drama and bigger and better and bolder.
We seen good TV drama, Daniel. We're not letting them get away with the excuse. They're not going to get better if we keep getting excuses like that. All right? Bump that. We seen good TV drama without this idiocy. Do better. Good morning, Marcus. I see you in the chat, Marcus. What's up, brother? Thanks for coming. Thanks for waking up with us. Talking about the atrocity of Batwoman and everything that's bad with it, which is everything. Let's be real. It's everything. It's atrocious. It's nothing special. The only good thing, like Daniel said, was the fact that
we got 3 consistent characters.
Alice, it was the
Commander Kane and Luke.
It was like Bruce Wayne. I was like, okay, that's something you can build on. But take this to opportunity, fire your writing staff, and get better ones.
We'll see what happens.
Just do that. Just do that.
Because this is curious though. Like, where is he going to be? Like, there's so many questions. Like, where is Batman going to be living? Is he going to go back to the Wayne Mansion, or is he? Where's Alfred? Like, how's all that going to work? Or is he just going to walk into the building and then that's going to be one episode and then they're going to figure it out?
I hope not.
So many weird questions.
I hope not. I swear to gosh, I hope not. Just do better. I just want to be done better.
All right, let's talk about
CW TV shows. That's how they roll. I know, but we've seen it done better than this. Like, I understand that's their forte, but we've seen it done much better. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we've seen it done much better. Should be done better.
Let's go into that Supergirl then, which was better. Which was way better. Like that show was like.
My fault. We didn't hold on before we go. We didn't rank Batwoman season.
I said we're gonna rank it out. Well, okay, we're ranking out. The season as a whole was probably also a 6 for me.
You got it up to a 6?
It was a 6. I like the action. That one, the episode before this one, I believe, had the good intro action scene and everything. I like the way they filmed the action scenes. Yeah, it's just a 6. It was something to watch. The character development for Mary was good. The love triangle got bad. It got wonky. The writing got wonky in the middle after the the crossover event. After the crossover event, the writing got weird. But Alice stayed exactly who she was. The father stayed who he was, stayed pure to who he was. Uh, it was strictly like a 6. I can go 5, but yeah, we're gonna go with a 6 for the whole season.
Yeah, I'm going to 5. They try to do too much. Like, oh my gosh, we're a new show. Let's try a little bit of everything. I'm like, well, now you lost. You try to do too much, and now everything lost a lot of food. Like when somebody's cooking food and they try to add all the different seasons. Oh, like, this smells good, and they just kept throwing more. And next thing you know, you can't even taste whatever they made. This is what this is. Okay, this is when people make potato salad and put raisins in it. Okay, you just try.
No, Karen, no.
Okay,
no, don't ruin it with something else sweet. This is a natural sweet. It's a natural sweet food. No, it doesn't go with that.
This is
Is that what they did? They tried to add another natural sweetener that is sweet. That's what I remember. I watched one time. That's how they explained it. That's how they explained it. Oh no, raisins are naturally sweet, good food and everything. If you put that in there, you don't have to add extra little bit of sugar or anything. Like, oh my god,
it doesn't matter. Well, this one was about a 5. There's hope. There's potential in here somewhere. It's a good show in here somewhere. You just
no. The fact that you said somewhere,
it's somewhere in there.
When you say somewhere, that means you don't see it.
Between Island and
Luke, you're supposed to see it.
It's somewhere in there. You just gotta.
No, it's not.
Find it. You gotta get the right people to put it together. They got the ingredients. They just don't have the chef. All right, you got the ingredients. Now you gotta go get a good chef. It's somewhere in there. But until they get it together, it's a 5.
I see it. You got to get rid of. Her mentality's got to change. She doesn't have the same drive she does in the comics. That's the problem. If you write her as she had to drive in the comic books, and you make her so that she takes the job more serious, the mantle of Batwoman. Batwoman more serious than as serious as Batman took it. Then you can. This whole thing will change.
Again, it's somewhere in there. You gotta go get the Arrow writers. Go get the Arrow writers. They can do 2 shows. Yeah, this is atrocious. All right. With that being said, we're going to a much, much better show, Supergirl.
Yeah.
Yay!
I was oddly surprised.
Supergirl.
I was oddly okay. So check this out. I was surprised and happy to see how good they actually did this, being as though this wasn't supposed to be their actual season finale, but it felt like it though. It really did. It really did feel like it. Like they covered a lot and they sped it up. I mean, not sped it up. Let me put it not. Let me not say sped it up. It was a fast-paced episode. A lot got covered with the amount of characters they did. They gave everybody had a decent amount of screen time for who they were and what they contributed to the episode. And it really reminded me of who shouldn't be there, who should be there, who I want to see more of. Like, let me start at the top. Kara and what the heck is her? I just got a break. Lena. So Kara and Lena finally had an adult conversation. Like, oh my God, get it out there. Even though Lena's been asking for it the whole time, the whole episode she was asking for it. And Kara finally spewed it out, which actually made sense and everything. I was like, cool. Brainy out this joint sacrificing himself. Like Brainiac was out there like he needed to punch Lex Luthor in the face as soon as they got in the car together. He was like, I got the thing. And he was talking about the Lena and Supergirl thing right quick. Give me that. Let me hit, huh?
You talk about the Lena Supergirl thing right quick? That relationship has gone. Transpired over the course of the.
You must really have something to say. You don't interrupt me in the middle and everything.
I did. I'm sorry. Because you cover it so much that I can't remember what you said.
No, you don't got to worry about what I say. You just got to say what you want to say.
No, me. You know that. Everybody knows that now. Okay? Everybody knows how this goes. Now, with that being said, the relationship between Supergirl and Lena was I felt was probably the most natural thing in this entire last 2 seasons.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
betrayal, unbetrayal, somebody doing too much. Everybody's in their feelings and just being like, "No, I'm not going to give up. You're not going to give up." And it's just
lies. So many lies being and secrets being kept.
Yes. So, all right. I was on the side of Lena almost the entire. Well, I wasn't on her side, but I understood where Lena was coming from the entire time. And I was like, yeah, Supergirl. Like I said last week, she's really I can't even think of the word.
Angry.
Entitled. That's what it was. She's really entitled. Like she thinks everybody's supposed to, bend the knee and be her friend and understand where she's coming from. And then she flat out said it. Yeah, like, yeah, I did one wrong thing, but you did. She brought all the stuff that Lynn did. I was like, dang, well, you ain't wrong, but you're not also right. I was like, there's two sides to both stories, and y'all both are wrong. And it just got to the point. I was like, okay, you were wrong. You put all the wrong stuff she did. Would you put all the good stuff that she did? Like she's tried to help you several times, and that several times, you had opportunity, and yeah, we all seen the episode where, they showed that what happened every time she would have told her that she's Supergirl, tragedy would have struck and all that stuff. But I'm like, to be honest with you, I don't know. I understand where both are coming from, but I just felt like that that Lena just said, okay, I did this wrong, but you gotta understand where I was coming from and what I did this. Like Lena never really exposed, like she just bent over like, yeah, I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Like you can say you're sorry, but still point out what they did wrong. Like have a better argument. Have a better argument. Defend yourself. You're a fucking Luther. I mean, freaking Luther. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. You're a Luther. Yeah.
Yeah, she's you sound pretty passionate about that and everything.
Because I'm a big Lena Luthor fan. She changed the show. Ever since she stepped into the scene, the show has improved. Like it was floating around high 6, low 7 area. Then she kind of brought it up to mid 7, low 8s. A lot of episodes. And then they have episodes when she's not there, and it shows you how much you need Luthers in Supergirl. Yeah. That's it about that relationship. We go through the rest of the show, like this Leviathan thing.
Yo, there was a lot going on with the Leviathan. See, that's what I didn't like. They did. That was rushed. Like they built it all up all season. They built it up. And then you get in here and they give you all this Leviathan stuff at once. They just threw a lot of it at you. It was like, oh yeah, here's this, here's that, here's this, here's that. Oh, also this, also that, also this. And I was like, I understand why you're doing it because Lex Luthor just found out his plans are now in motion and everything's just happening and he's fine. And I see why it's done, but at the same time, it's a lot getting thrown at us at once. And because he brought this one thing, their plan could go into motion. His plan could go into motion. So everybody's plans exactly went into motion at the exact same time, which for this not being a season finale was pretty damn good though. And
yeah, this is how it was supposed to be. Unlike the Flash, this is how it's actually supposed to happen. But I'm not here to trash the Flash. I'm not here to trash the Flash. But
okay, Supergirl, it was cool. And I personally, like I was saying earlier, I think Brainy should have punched him instead of keep on taking this BS from Lex. Like as soon as Lex was like, oh yeah, I saw Leviathan, I see where the ship is, I know where it's at. Also, there's a little security feature where it's going to put pain in you unless you have this one device. Brainy's like, well, let me add a device. No. Let's wait a while. I got some other things I need to do. Brainy should have just punched him in the face, took the device.
He said,
and did everything else.
Like they need to kill Supergirl and her friends, and then we can stop. I was like, ain't like there's nothing you can really do about it.
Brady should have hit him, been like, I still like my friends. I don't ever. The situation doesn't call for them to die though. But Lex is like, I need diversions. They're the best diversions. Plus they want to sacrifice themselves and do the right thing. Let them. Brainy should have been like, nah, bro, nah. Like at that moment, maybe that's just me. At that moment, I felt like everything culminated to him. He should have just punched her. A lot of other things happened in the episode. Like I would like to see more of John Jones and McGann. They
I
finally showed them.
want to see more, but not in their super suits. Those joints just look so bulky.
His joint was horrible. He looked bulky. Like that joint looked uncomfortable.
That joint looked like, you know how like those old action figures that you could like stretch.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it looked.
He looked like he looked like he was about to play football. No, he looked like he was about to play hockey. He looked like he was about to do some ice skating out there and check somebody in the wall.
That's what I was saying last week when I said when they finally kissed. It like it, their acting and everything worked out perfectly. But when they actually went for the motion to do it, it looked so awkward because of their suits. Like they really couldn't get a hold. Like you really can't feel the love. I'm sitting there like, yo, this is atrocious. Those suits, everything. Like they look. I understand you thought they probably look cool, but they should be a lot more sleeker. On them, they should be sleeker.
Yeah, this episode had a lot going for them. You know, the special effects were even pretty dang good too, especially with all the Leviathan characters, what they were doing and stuff. And they had a good plan at first too.
Huh? Like we already knew about the one, and then they just came out with two more that no explanation. They didn't have any lines for real.
I didn't care. You're a secret organization. Of course, you got people in your pocket, and you got other people that they don't know about.
Gods, though.
Huh?
He's supposed to be like the other gods.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it. I don't like when they call themselves gods and they easily get beaten and stuff like that. I always laugh at that when they write it like that, where they can get affected by mortals doing stuff like that. I'll be like, yeah, you guys always call yourselves gods, but you easily get your butts whooped and everything. And and Alex's suit. Alex got a new suit, of course, from John Jones, because John Jones is creating everything that she has with her now. I was like, you still didn't want to cover the face up. You want to do a little fake me out.
As soon as I saw it, right? Because remember in the book before the show, they were showing like the previews what happened, and they were like, yeah, you need to wear a mask. So like, okay, so I got something to show you, and I thought she was gonna show the joint, and I was like, the suit came on. I'm like, all right, here come the mask, and I'm like, there's no mask, just makeup on your eyes. Like, who do you think you are, Oliver Queen? You even got the hood to fake it. We already went through this.
She did have a hood. Remember when they're on the rooftop? She had a hood with it. I was like, that's so cheap.
I was like, yo, you are not all. She said to protect your identity. This is not protect. You are not Oliver. You are always fighting in the sun. At least he's in the darker, the shadows, hood up. I'm like, yeah, you are not Oliver Queen. Get yourself a mask. She.
I like her little power. She can create any kind of weapon she wants and all that. I was like, that's cool, buddy. Yeah,
that's perfect for her. But
you are not with the hood. The hood. She was trying to be the hood.
Wear a mask. Wear a mask.
They don't want to cover the pretty woman's face.
Why not? First of all, she's not that pretty. Let's just throw that out.
That's the only reason that's the only rational explanation I can come up with.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not saying she's ugly, but she's the least attractive person on that entire show. The least.
I'll leave that up to you. Oh, also, I think they should have killed William. His character is pretty useless to me. I don't know what William. I mean, I saw his aspect when he interacted with the other lady before he got shot and everything. I was like, they are really putting everybody in this episode. His character doesn't even need to be on the show, as far as I'm concerned. Like he is just unnecessary.
Supergirl. Remember they were thinking on that before everything.
That joint ain't nobody cares about that. That's like
it's the CWA.
It is the CWA. Technically, yeah, but it didn't work out. It wasn't working for me. It wasn't working at all.
Well, he's also supposed to be like the crack reporter. He's supposed to be Supergirl's version of Lois Lane. So you know how like Clark Kent has Lois Lane and she's the crime fighting reporter and all of that stuff. I mean, she's cracking all the big cases and covering all the big stories. I think that's what they bring it in for her. And like you got to remember that when they make these female shows, other like big time characters like Superman and Batman and wherever they come up with another one, they're using the same concepts that made the male heroes great. Like or things that people at least they think that made them great, because some of these people don't read comic books. That's kind of the bigger problem. So they bring in stuff like, all right, well, Superman has Lois Lane. Lois Lane is a reporter. Okay. Supergirl, let's make her a reporter. That's not enough. All right, let's get her a male counterpart who's a crack reporter. Put them in a relationship. Same thing. And since Supergirl, she has a decent fan base, but she doesn't really have any iconic stories. Like her most iconic story is her dying in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Well, no, holding Superman. Yeah, dying on Crisis on Infinite Earths. The first one in the comics. So she's like something you can just pretty much mold into something. Like in the comics, she's not even any of this when she's on the show. She's still a teenager doing teenage things.
That's why they thought they could go any direction they wanted, because she doesn't really have a strong storyline and everything. So they could have went any direction, which is what they kind of sort of started off with. And they were like, let's go to Superman. The first season, they literally were making her into Superman.
Yeah.
Like the whole first season was.
They're just doing it much more subtle. Okay. And
they tried to open it up some more and everything, give her own, but whatever. Oh, also, I think her name was, I think her character is Eve. It's like, yo, they're covering everything on this episode, yo. With her secretly working with Leviathan, and she getting forced into it. Leviathan coming to her, we need you to handle something. And she goes out there, and then everybody finds out, you're like, what? You're part of Leviathan too? Because Supergirl was in the dream world, and Lena was looking at her, and Lena was like, don't do this, not yet. I said, oh, they're pulling out all this. Like, I don't even know what the real season finale would have been, because this really did feel like a season finale, all this stuff they were going through.
Yeah, they did a great job putting it into the season, but also leaving it open, because Lex Luthor might be, he is, I don't know what his brain level is, but it's high.
Yeah, he's seeing a whole lot of stuff in advance.
And yeah, it's so funny because he's like, I planned for that, but he still got angry that that Brainiac didn't let them finish killing the Supergirl and her friends. Like, he was still angry at it, but he had already planned for it. Like, bro, which one is it? You gonna be angry, or you gonna be planning for it and walk away? Like, which one is it?
You can be both. You can be angry because he didn't follow you're originally how you thought Brainiac thought, and how you had him in his situation. He should have went this direction. But you're like, just in case he does sway off, and this is the point where he betrays me, I'm ready. He shouldn't have done it, though. That's why he was angry, because everything else was playing in his hand up until that moment. So now he has to all of a sudden bring his mom into the situation, and he's not too thrilled about it.
The way they did it is like, she was like, this was the entire plan to shrink the gods, so he could probably take their power. I think he's going to try to.
He always tries to take their power. Always, he always tries to take their power.
His brilliance level it's high. First of all, good morning, Sheena. Thanks for waking up with us again on our loyals. We already covered Batwoman, just in case you were here. We both thought it sucked. We both thought the season sucks. I believe there's a good show in there somewhere. It just, all the ingredients are there. It just needs a good chef. Daniel says, no, it needs to be done. That's what we always, Batwoman. Supergirl, much better. Much better. Thank gosh there's Supergirl and the Luthers. I don't know. So, yeah, thank gosh for the Luthers. I didn't say Alex is ugly. I just want to throw that out there. I'm just saying Alex is the least attractive person in the entire Supergirl show.
I have no comment.
Daniel refuses to comment.
Ain't no refusing. It's just I have no comment.
We have a lot of people. Well, we have some people in the chat. I want to make sure everybody wishes Daniel a happy belated birthday. He just turned 25. Daniel, 25, baby. How does it feel? Call you slow down.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that 25 part, but yeah, I accept a happy birthday. Thank you very much, sir.
Everybody, make sure y'all wish Daniel a happy birthday. Daniel, you want to give him out your cash app so they can send you some birthday money? You should do that.
I don't know what my cash app is. I have no idea. Don't know what that is. Oh, where's my phone at? That's a good question. I don't know. Y'all could just say happy birthday. We're in tough times now. Keep your money to yourself. I'll be okay.
Not like he can really go do anything with it. I don't. Oh, worst time to have a birthday. But Daniel, it's your birthday. You saw another year. Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. So back to this Supergirl thing. It was good. It that's all I got. Yeah, that was everything. I think I covered everything.
Yeah, I would like to talk about what's the best way to describe this?
Thanks, Sheena.
Oh, first of all, right. Let's before I get my thoughts together, because it seems like every season, right? The way Supergirl fixes the world is with some kind of hope speech, and they even brought it up. Like, man, I really hope you have one of those hope speeches lined up. Like, I can do it. I've been on the scale like this before. I'm like, are you really pointing out the fact that she said every year she saves the world with a speech of hope? Like, my gosh, give me another speech. she like, I understand, like, it's the thing in comics where everybody just says, the thing about comics is whatever that superhero does, at the end of the day, they try to do
Thanks,
harder. You just try to do it harder and faster and stuff. Like, yeah, like for instance, the Flash. Like, oh my gosh, how are you gonna get through this? Run faster. How's Batman gonna go through this? He's going to prep better. How's Superman gonna get through this? He's gonna punch harder. It just keep doing the thing. I get it. So I guess the thing is, how we gonna get through this? I'm gonna give a better speech. Like every time.
Thanks, Jay.
I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. Like, please, for the love of God, just lock it up. Just lock it up. I'm tired of it. I don't want another host speech to end the season. And then they get it so she's talking to everybody at once. I'm like,
thanks, Louise.
I'm like, quiche.
But they do it, but everybody does it. Remember how they always looked at in Marvel, they always looked at Captain America like he did in Endgame before they went to the time thing he gave his speech. Like everybody gives a speech and everything. Supergirl has to do it too. You want to be considered
and then they went to the fight. Like she gave a speech, and then like, oh my gosh, and then like after that, it was over. I'm like, what?
That was the end of that was the end. That was the part to save everything. Instead of her punching her way through it, she's not the Superman type. That's where they distinguish the difference between her and Superman. Superman will usually fight his way through and will rise above the villain. And her, she gives a speech, and that particular characteristic, I like it.
And that speech right
there, I like how they acknowledge it and everything. Although at the same time, I'm not sure that everybody would believe her when they all get in a virtual reality where all their dreams come true. And then they're like, she's like, you guys need to all exit out now. I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to listen to her.
I wouldn't have exited out. I would not have left. I would have like, please, man, I'm having the time of my life.
Exactly. But it's a TV show, so they had to, and they put her in everybody's program. So I was like, yeah, everybody's going to exit out anyway. But it was what it was. Now that I'm very curious of how they're going to go with the mom, because the mom's been a Luthor for a longer time, and she seems to be devious as much as her son and everything in a different way, though. But
she reminds me of like a parent who was a decent high school athlete. And they have a child, and their child is better than them, so they just keep pushing them like, no, you're going to get better. I'm going to support you no matter what. Like, she's smart, and she wants, to do great things, right? But she's nowhere near as smart as her son. She keep pushing her son to do bigger and better things.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting because they got to pick up. It's fun. It's all the CW shows usually start during the fall, but because we are in the corona, they got to go back and film everything. So nothing starts till January, and Supergirl is not one of them that starts in January. I believe it starts like later on. So it's going to be interesting to see all of the all the shows just pick up right where they left off on this little cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Not really.
Did they even save Brainy at the end of the season?
Brainy's about to have to save
He had
himself.
to save him, and then it cut to Luther giving the shrunken gods to his mother and said, "Let's begin." But it never. That was
We
it.
don't know what really happened to Brainy, like where he stands and everything.
No, like he was. Remember, he was dying, and Dreamer had the dream, and she was like, "We have to go save Brainy," right?
Yeah.
And then after that, it cut to Luther handing the bottle to his sister. I mean, his mother.
Right.
Right. Then it was it. They didn't actually go save Brainy. So
they're gonna leave that open for next season. That's how I see it. That's the only thing I can think of. I was like, they left it open for
like they almost feel like they didn't film that part of the
it's probably that's probably how the next season's gonna start off.
Yeah. Like they didn't film that part of it. So it's like, all right, we can't let you know what happened. So we're just gonna we continue. But we didn't actually get to film the part that they saved him. That's exactly how I feel.
Hey Brandon. Bye Brandon. Thanks for the happy birthday.
All right, everybody. We're pretty much done. We want to rate this episode in this season. So Daniel, go ahead and start it off.
This episode was probably an 8. It was probably an 8. It had a lot of stuff going on. It had too much at once though. Like they just threw everything in there at one time, and tried to cover everything. It was mostly well done, but it was still way too much. And it showed us that they have way too many characters on the show. It just completely let us know, yeah, y'all got way too many characters and a whole lot going on. You organized it good for this one. It was a little bumpy here and there, but it was still worth watching, and it was good. It was way better than what you guys done in the past. And I see now what y'all need to get rid of and what you don't need to get rid of. Special effects were great. So it was probably like an 8.5. It was an 8.5. I give the episode an 8.5.
How about the season?
I'm still thinking on that.
All right. This episode, I give it about I'm right with you with Daniel. As far as people need to go, Dreamer has to go. It's really kind of just reason for Dreamer. You know what? I'm okay with Brady being gone too as well. John seems to be able to do everything himself anyway. So
right.
So Brady can go.
They are holding him back, yo. They keep giving him support jobs.
Yeah, I don't know why. Let that man go. Let that man be great.
It lets me know that Supergirl really can't do this at all by herself because they keep sending McGann's and John Jones to do the support stuff. Like if they weren't there, this city would completely be gone by now.
Yeah. So we can't get rid of them. Gee, at least keep one of them. Keep McGann. No,
keep both of them.
I want to keep both, but
yeah, because he can. So he has something to do when he won't just be by himself bored. Like he needs a love interest. Like he'll just be sitting in the dang on the Hall of Justice with their super friends, the fake me out super friends, which is what they are now. The Hall of Justice by himself making weapons for the sister. But like, I made a new suit for you. And she'd be like, oh my goodness, woo. Like, no, give him a love interest.
First of all, he should have made a mask. That's number one. That's neither here nor there.
Oh no, that's here. Okay. You should have made her a mask.
As a season as a whole, I'm gonna have to go with a good. It was so many sevens, but then they touched a few eights. So I'm going like a 7.5 as far as the season. I understand that, they didn't really get to do everything they wanted to or cover everything because, it was not there. They just couldn't because of the coronavirus, but it was still decent enough. So, yeah.
It's funny because I give it a 7 because of they kept doing the same thing over and over again. Like it was a broken record, which is why in this season finale, it finally came to head where Lena Lena and Kara were sitting there like each of them trying to have the other one explain themselves, like, you're wrong, no, you're wrong, because you guys kept doing the same thing throughout the entire season over and over again. You get in a situation, you need her help, and then you don't want to tell your identity. I'm like, we gonna go through this the whole year? Like, at some point, somebody's gotta say something. So with that aspect, and I don't like the fact that John Jones, like I kept saying, was used as a side character. Like, Supergirl cannot do anything on her own at all, even come close. Like, she couldn't even come close to doing anything on her own, not even her private life or anything like that. And it was too many characters for the whole season. It was too many characters, too many things getting stretched out more than it needed to.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. This next upcoming season, because everything's going to be shortened, just like you like it. About 13 episodes for everybody about this upcoming season.
Yeah, you should be. You can cut out half these characters, cut out half the episodes, and just streamline one giant story. Like, Lex Luthor is your villain. Let him be the only villain. Even though technically I understand when you have genius level intellect like he is, and you do the chess, he's the chess player kind of villain where he makes everybody else do everything, and he puts everybody in those positions. So he would just be the guy in the background. He's basically his own Leviathan. Like, I'm the guy in the back pulling all the strings. That's the kind of character Lex Luthor is until it gets to head and he has to build a super suit or whatever. Everything comes to head and everything in the end. But nah, streamline this mother. And it's interesting in DC how he's as Superman. I wonder if they're going to use him as Superman. But in Titans, they have his secretary in Titans, and then he's the main character in Supergirl and stuff. What's her name? Mercy. Mercy's in Titans. Like, they got Lex Luthor in every kind of Superman universe ever that they always use. Yeah. Like, his character is just essential.
I like that one. He's an essential villain.
He is. He really is. Like, they can't do it without him. It's like Joker with Batman. Like, you can't do Batman without Joker. They won't allow it. It's like, we have to have a Joker somewhere. Like, in Gotham, they forced them in Gotham and everything. Like, oh man, it's one of those, like, we won't accept anything else. We're listening to the fans, and the fans say we need them. I don't need them. You can give me something new. It's possible to have other villains. It is. Like you said with Batwoman, Hush should have been the main villain, and they should have flushed him out, and they could have did more with him, but they didn't want to. They stuck with Alice, which was
a decent villain. It's just everything else around us was trash.
Yeah, how they carried it around her was just horrible. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I did go on a rant right there. Sorry about that. Supergirl is a 7. The whole season as a whole for Supergirl was a 7. It had decent episodes. The special effects were good. I do like the fact that they always have her flying, but they also don't have her use all her powers. She forgets that she has certain powers, and she can't do it on her own, which is what some people need to know in real life. Which I like that they keep that in real life. Like, there's no way one person can save everything. I don't care who they are. Like, you need somebody to fight the villain. And then whatever the villain did, somebody needs to fix the problem that the villain caused and capture the other person captures the villain. So yeah.
Unless you're the Turtles, but they already a team.
But they are a team, though.
You said they were already our team.
You didn't need to bring them up, period.
I always can bring up the Turtles. Either be the Turtles or bring up Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. Either one. You pick and choose which one you want to bring up.
Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. If you could have found a way to bring that into this, I would have been fine. Matter of fact, where was Supergirl in that?
Dead.
They didn't even bring her into that. They could have used her in that too.
I don't think she was part of the universe yet.
She could have been on the Earth down there fighting. Oh, she hasn't been. That's another part. They could have incorporated her into it.
She was not part of the universe.
No, they could have gave her own movie to incorporate her into the universe.
Hey. Yeah, no, they're fine. They did a great job without it. So cut it out.
They did do a great job without her. But you brought it up. You brought up Justice League Dark Apocalypse, and we're talking about Supergirl. It all came together.
All right. So look, everybody, that's all our time. The next time, tomorrow, we will be reviewing Stargirl. We have already seen it because it came out on DC Universe, but comes
the only people that pay for it still.
CW tonight. I'm actually going to watch it tonight as well because I want to see the differences between. They said it was supposed to be some differences between the show on the DC Universe and the CW. So I just want to see, is it worth?
They'll show a trailer at the end. That's probably the only thing they'll show a difference. The Lord knows they don't show no trailers on DC Universe. Shows no trailers, yo.
You know,
they used to. They don't do it anymore. Yeah, because we used to wait on the Titans.
Yeah,
Titans used to show trailers like a day later. They don't do it anymore. Those bums.
It's fine. But so that's what we're gonna do. Reviewing Stargirl tomorrow. I'm working on a special guest. Like 60-40, did they show up? 60-40. Yeah, 60-40. Anyway, that's all I tell you next time. I gotta go deliver packages and mail.
Bye.
You know what it is? Everybody in the spot, make it hot one time. I gotta go. That's the end of the show, everybody. So Southside.